Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I decided that we're just going to do a laid back Saturday reset. I'm showing you how my house looked this morning when I woke up. We're going to clean and then I will share the after effects. I spent about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes cleaning the space. I woke up really early this morning, so like 5:30 or 6 in the morning, I woke up and cut the grass in my pajamas. It had to get done. So the grass is cut and now I'm moving into the home to clean it. You can't really see how dirty my floors are or how dirty the glass table is, but it looks rough in here. But with just, like I said, an hour to 15 minutes, I'm going to transform the entire feel of my home. And I also wanted to take today to just do an in-depth conversation with you guys on a soul level on how I access peace. The normal ways and some unconventional ways that I access peace. I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to just have a soul level conversation with you all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. I'll start off by saying it took a long time for me to find out who I was as a person. I feel like peace is so much better, or for me, I only was able to access peace once I started to learn who I was as a person and on a soul level what I needed. But I'll start from the beginning. Ever since I was little, I always thought I was an odd duck. I come from a family of 10, and so everybody has their own personality, but I was always very introverted. If I'm talking, it's because somebody upset me. I know how to articulate my thoughts when I'm upset very well, but to just have a normal conversation or just interact with people on a day-to-day basis has always been a struggle for me. When we were little and it would rain and the ditch would fill with water, all of my brothers and sisters would be swimming in the water in the ditch just to show how country we are. And I would be on the sideline assessing all the germs in the water. I literally, in a family of 10, would be the only child that refused to get in that ditch and play in the water or swim in the water. They'd have a good time and I'd have a good time watching them, but I never did it. I never did. Growing up, all of my siblings had tons of friends. Like, they loved being with their friends, hanging out with their friends, and I've always had it has always been easy for me to make friends, but I've never enjoyed spending all of my free time with my friends. I love being alone. I've always loved closing my room door, even as a child, writing in my journal, watching a movie, just being on my own. And I guess when there's 10 kids and everybody is a lot more outgoing than I was, my father always wanted me to be more like them. To be more sociable, to be more outgoing, to be able to have a conversation without me just expressing my frustration. He always wanted that, but I just didn't know how at the time. As I have grown to become a grown woman, I've decided to stop trying to be something that I'm not. Hanging out with my friends on the weekend, even in college, going shopping in the mall, felt frustrating. I do it, I smile while we were shopping, but inside I hated it. Going out to eat after we left the mall, I hated it. I hated crowded restaurants. I hated the wait. I did not enjoy it. I did it. I smiled while I was doing it. But for so long, I feel like I suppressed who I was because things that traditionally young people enjoyed, I did not enjoy. Going out and hanging out with your friends on the weekend, even not just going to a mall, but going like out to a party or a get together. I never enjoyed it. I don't like parties. I hate get togethers. I never enjoyed those things, even as a young adult, but I did it. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And if I did it enough, I'd enjoy it. Of course, I didn't do it a lot because I hated it. But I spent so much of my life trying to fit into what I thought I was supposed to be instead of actually just being who I am. So, I'll say the first way you access peace is by knowing who you are and at the core what you need as a person. It took so long for me to get to this space because I was trying to do what I thought I was supposed to do, or I was trying to be who I thought I was supposed to be, instead of just allowing myself to listen to that still voice within me that knows what it needs to feel whole. So that's number one. Take the time to know who you are as a person, and peace will flow from there. So while you take a moment to really assess at the core what you need, I'll tell you what feeds my soul or feeds me at the core. I need time to myself. I love my car not leaving the driveway. I love nothing on the weekend, like doing absolutely nothing on the weekend. I need that. I told you guys before how I spent my entire life being a mom, so I need something to take care of. I have my plants. I'm gonna be starting a garden soon. So I'll have tons of fruits and vegetables to look after. But at the core, just being home, doing nothing but moving at the pace that soothes my soul, restores me. I'm very introverted, and allowing myself to just show up as the woman that I am is the most peaceful thing. A boring life is what I call it, but it is the life that I'm designed to live. I'm designed to be very boring. I don't feel bored at all. When I say that, I really feel at peace. I really love how my life flows for me. But if you're extroverted, you'll see it as boring. And that's okay. But at the core, you give yourself the things that you need. You allow life to flow at a pace that soothes you. There are so many things outside of the walls of our home, outside of the things that we have going on within us that we can't control. But what's going on inside of us on some level, and the atmosphere in our home, we 100% have control over. And once you stabilize your inner self in the environment in your home, I feel more equipped to deal with anything that is coming towards me from the outside. Because at the core, I'm solid. And so I think we should all try to create that solidness within us and within our homes. And that also generates peace. Last year, I was working so hard to get everything together and save to fully fund my emergency fund, to have a year's worth of expenses. That in October, the end of October, I reached that goal. I was so proud of myself because it's something I'd never done. The God 100% was with me on that because I did it. But once it was done, for some odd reason, I decided that I was gonna take the next 3 weeks and buy myself birthday gifts. My birthday is at the end of November, and so I was like, every week for the next 3 weeks, when I get paid, I'm gonna just pick up something for my birthday. And so every week I picked up something, a gift, and I wrapped it and I sat it in the corner for when my birthday come, I could unwrap the gift that I bought myself. It sounds so crazy. But when my birthday came, I unwrapped the 4 gifts that I had bought myself the 3 weeks prior, and I had the best birthday I ever had. I didn't do anything. I did tell Jordan, I called my oldest son and told him, do not buy me anything for my birthday. I just wanted to have I just wanted some time with him and Jeremiah. And so on the day of my birthday that morning, I had breakfast with the boys. I took them out to eat breakfast. And the rest of the day, I just moved at my own pace. I opened my gifts. I had some wine and just watched movies. And it was the best birthday I ever had. But I tell you that to say this, not even meaning to, I realized in that moment, that birthday, how I am most happy when I give myself what I need at the core. And so I come grateful for everything beyond that. It has been one of the biggest discoveries for me. And it was just something I did to celebrate the milestone that I had accomplished last year. But from that day to this, I've learned that peace is when you fill your cup. I spent so much time in life expecting the person that I was loving, expecting my family to fill my cup. I've felt love through the people who I loved. And I felt so devastated and heartbroken when I loved someone wholeheartedly and they didn't love me back. Or I really put the needs of the person that I'm dating or a friend or whoever, I put their needs before mine, and I was selfless. And the love and attentiveness that I gave, I just expected to get it back, and I didn't. I was so miserable. And I realized last year, just in that small act of buying myself gifts, wrapping them and sitting them in a corner, that you are a better partner, a better friend, a better person if you come with your cup full. Like, if the things you are looking for the next person to give you or someone else to give you, if at the core you give it to yourself, you are able to access love and a level of gratefulness that I never experienced before. And so that is my next tip. The things that you are looking for other people to give you, give to yourself. That selfless loyalty, love, respect that you extend to the people in your life, give it to yourself. That level of care you give to the kids. Like, I've never spent more than $100 on myself. Like, until last year for my birthday, I've never spent over $100. Matter of fact, honestly, over $50 in one purchase for myself my entire life. I buy $300-$400 Jordans all the time for the kids and not bat an eye. But never would I spend that kind of money on myself. Last year, for my birthday, I spent money on myself. I bought Marc Jacobs perfume, which I've wanted forever. It was like $79. And that's the first time I'd spent $79 on one item for myself in my entire adult life. But how my kids, if I have it, I feel like they deserve the Jordans that they want. The same goes for me. I deserve the perfume that I have wanted since I was 23. I deserve it. But the love that I extend to others, I gave to myself. I stopped asking people like, oh, my birthday's coming, and someone's like, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm saying XYZ. The XYZ, I started giving to myself. I gave myself Marc Jacobs perfume. Jordan buys me an overpriced purse every year. But I told him last year, like, I already bought the purse that I wanted. I just want your time. He's 21. I don't want him spending $200-$300 on a handbag for his mother. I'd rather he save it. And then on my birthday, I took my kids out to eat breakfast. It was the best birthday. And the gifts that I got for myself. But I felt grateful for the time I had with with my kids. My brothers called and wished me happy birthday. My sister bought me flowers, even though she knows I buy flowers. I was so grateful for every aspect of my birthday. I bought a cake that had like a fruit filling. No one liked it. But I've always wanted to try a cake with a fruit filling. Filling your cup makes you a better friend, a better mother, a better person, but it also makes you grateful on a level that I did not know was possible. It's something that I will always do. This year, I'm doing the same thing. I'm buying my gifts and wrapping them, setting them to the side to unwrap on my birthday. I'm taking my kids out to eat breakfast on my birthday. And then the rest of the day, I'm just going to chill. My kids can be with their friends. They can do what they want. And I can just rest, relax, and restore from the comfort of my home, because that's what feeds my soul. But filling my cup is the greatest lesson of 2025 for me. That was the end of 2024, but hey, moving into 2025, it's the greatest lesson for me, because I came into 2025 giving myself all the things that I needed. Giving myself $60 a week to spend on just me. When I have those months where we get that fifth paycheck, giving myself like $200 or $300 to spend on myself. but caring for myself in the way that I typically care for others has made me grateful for every person in my life. Like, I can see the beauty of just laughing, watching a movie, me cooking, or me feeding them, or me doing something for them. Even that, I find this greater level of joy because the things that I need, I'm not silently holding inside that need, waiting for someone to magically fulfill it for me. I'm doing it for myself. It is the most peaceful thing that you could ever do, or that I have ever done. So that's another way that you access peace on a soul level, is that you become what you're looking for. And I took that as getting the things that I want for myself, but also being to myself what I want. It's crazy how in a relationship we want someone to see us, to love us, coming or going. But I did not love myself on the level that I loved others, but I wanted that love back. This year, I've been telling myself I can only require of another person the things that I do for myself. If I love, care, and value myself, I have the right to ask the people around me to love, care, and value me. But if I'm not doing it for myself, it's not something I am going to allow myself to ask. And this year, every person in my life who did not love, value, respect me on a level that my soul has always known it deserved, fell away. Everyone in my life, without me saying it to anybody, everyone in my life at this point loves me, values me, respects me, restores my soul. And what I give, I never had to ask. It's just being fed back to me. But I do feel like you generate what you are, even if you're not able to say it out loud. When you are faced with your thoughts in the privacy of your home, you will see that the people in your life, or people in your life who you give a significant amount of energy to, if they're not loving you right, it's because you're not loving yourself right. And when you begin to truly love, value, and respect yourself, everything that does not radiate that will fall away. I honest, with all my heart, feel like that is how life works, or it has worked for me. But you are truly the center, even if you're not making yourself the center. You control peace, tranquility, happiness, but you have to put the work in, and everything that doesn't align with what you truly are on a soul level falls away. And once those things fall away, even though it's hard sometimes to lose people that you love or friends that you loved, life becomes peaceful. Like, life only gets better, but it's not something that you have to say. It's not a conversation you have to sit down and have. It's just something you have to give to yourself. Like, take pride in who you are, respect yourself, love on a core level yourself, flaws and all. And when that becomes the statement of who you are, everything else falls away. Truly. For me, coming with my cup full and me being the person that actually fulfills my cup makes me feel like everything is overflow. That has been the energy as far as life for me, it feels like I'm in the midst of overflow because my core needs are met by me. My cup is full. Being loved by the people that love me, being respected, enjoying time with them is all overflow. I'm blessed. I see the work of God and the presence of God in them, but it's because I'm doing the work to come whole to the situation instead of coming in need. And I also wanted to just add, even when you are filling your cup and you are striving to come to the situation whole, there are areas in life where you will be in need. I've just switched or shift the person I'm looking to fulfill the need. I'm doing the work that I'm supposed to do to come with my soul and my heart full, but I'm giving the needs to God. I'm entrusting God to meet my needs. He promised to never leave, to never forsake me. He promised a life of abundantness, in that in all walks of life that He would be with me. I'm making Him the source in this place that I go in my prayer time and my daily conversations with Him. I address my needs with Him because He's the person that actually has the ability, the only person who has the ability for me to fulfill the needs. And the people in my life, I'm not giving God's work to them because they're not equipped to do it. They're in the same space that I am of trying to come whole or find wholeness, and they don't have the ability to supply my needs. I'm asking something of them that they're not designed to do. God's designed to do that. And when I give Him the things that are for Him, and I give my expectations to the people that I'm loving on the level that they're supposed to supply for me, as far as loving me like in a way that they can, in the best way that they can, showing up for me in the best way that they can, that is all they're required to do. The needs of my soul, I have to give to God, and I don't want to miss that in telling you to come with your cup full and not be needy, because in different areas and spaces in life at all times we have needs. It's just knowing who you look to supply those needs and how you address everyone else in life. Learning that for me as well has made life feel like I'm always in overflow. I know once I give it to God, I know to leave it alone, because my life is a testimony of His work. So He's done it so many times before. I know He will do it again. And so the needs are always going to be met. And in reference to the people in my life, it's just a genuine exchange of love, a genuine exchange of respect, a genuine exchange of showing up for each other on the level that we're capable of. And life became peaceful for me once I reached that space. So I don't want us to overlook that. Knowing who is responsible for what, and what the people in our lives are capable of, and also what we are capable of. Knowing your capacity and the capacity of others, and where you should find your source. For me, that is the Lord. that accessing peace is a journey. As you change and evolve, so does what signifies or brings peace to you. There was a space in life when the kids were little where just being able to pay the bills or not have to stress about money, getting to that point would have been peaceful for me. And then it moved to be something different, where it was more of a me being content and in love with myself, and how that brought peace for me. That's the stage I'm in now, where seeing myself, loving me, respecting me, looking for my cup to be filled by me, and understanding that God is the source for my need. That in this chapter of my life has brought peace. So it's a journey that will evolve as you evolve as a person, and you should understand that it's gonna look different, but it's all gonna require your work. You're gonna have to put the time in to constantly learn you and adapt to the changes that are going on in your life, and that at a soul you need, and you'll access peace. But what brings peace today may be different tomorrow, but if you put the work in and search your soul, you'll be able to always find it. The home and the aesthetics of a home just set the atmosphere. The home can be peaceful, but not by cleaning it and not by the things that you put in it. The people create the energy. So cleaning my home and making sure it is aesthetically pleasing for me and my children set the atmosphere for peace. But I have to do the work within myself, and as a family within us, to maintain and create the peace. It's a work, it's a journey, and it starts with me. Everybody feeds from my energy in my home. I'm the maternal energy, and they all feed from it. My kids can come home having a horrible day, but if I am whole and happy, that energy that I'm feeling is what will take over. Once I understood my power and how, without saying anything, I could cook a meal, I could watch basketball or soccer, depending on the child, grease their scalp. It's a thing here. I could shift the entire atmosphere, but I can only do that when I'm whole. So you have the power to create peace in your home. You have the power to create peace within yourself, but it is a work. It's not something that you can clean into creation, or you can buy enough stuff to create it. It's an internal, gut-wrenching, soul-level work. At least it has been for me. But it's worth it in the end. I can attest for how amazing it is in the end. Because on this journey to find peace, I found who I was. I had to take a look at who I was, and who I wanted to be, and actually do the things to become the woman that I wanted to be, the mother that I wanted to be, and living the life that I was designed to live. but it was work. Peace is something that every home is supposed to have. Even if what we're clicking on and we're watching and what every social media is pushing to us is craziness, you're supposed to have peace. God resides in peace. Joy resides in peace. And you create peace, not the world around you, not what is going on politically. You having the relationship with God to know He's on the throne and He will supply your needs, and you putting in the work to set the tone in your home. Even if you have a husband, maternal energy is the most powerful energy in a home. Other than your husband, the life that flows through their house is an extension of you. It came out of your body. Your soul is tied to it. You have the ability to shift everything, but it is work. But it's a work that I know as moms and women, or even if I have a male viewer, especially as a father, your presence is powerful. It is designed by God to lead. You have the ability to shift the energy in your home, regardless of where it starts off today. You are powerful enough and blessed enough to switch it or shift it to create a peaceful environment. But this is the life we're supposed to live. Today I spent an hour to an hour 15 minutes roughly creating the atmosphere in my home, cleaning it and putting up clothes. This is going to last us many days to come. I decided, even though it's really hot, I wanted to sit outside today on the patio, have my breakfast, catch up on all the YouTube videos I haven't watched this week, and just enjoy the blessings that God has so graciously bestowed unto me. Life is great. Today is going to be a quiet day of just me hanging around the house, catching up on the gilded years. It's the gilded age. I'll probably binge watch the Game of Thrones, but I enjoyed talking to you guys today. I am so blessed, so honored to have you guys. God has truly been good to me in ways I can't even put in words. This boring, peaceful life is the life that I am designed to live. And like I always tell you guys, God puts you in connection to peace when your access to peace is either there or coming next. He will never allow you to see something that you aren't able to have. You're seeing it because you're supposed to have it on your level in a way that soothes your soul next. I can't wait to hear in the comments about your peace. I love you all with all my heart, and I will see you in the next video. Have the best weekend.